You talk about restoring our median household income is down, labor force participation is down, food stamps are up, poverty rate is up. If things are so great, how come they're so lousy?
I think we've made tremendous progress, but there's much more work to do. That's what the president has always said. That we have to. The American businesses, American workers are doing the right thing.
All right, Chris Wallace with some strong questions for top White House advisor Dan Pfeiffer on the state of the economy. My next guest says he has his own ideas on what the president needs to tell Americans. Senator Sen Barrasso chairs the Senate Republican Policy Committee. How are you, sir? And welcome back here to America's Newsroom.
Thanks for having me.
I read the piece you wrote in the Washington Times. You say a number of things, frankly. You say this: with lame duck status looming, the president has a choice to make. What's that choice?
Well, Americans are concerned about their jobs, their finances, their quality of life, and the president can continue to do what he's trying to do to go around Congress, or he can actually work with Congress in a bipartisan way. I offer three things that this administration could actually get through Congress right away to put Americans back to work. One is approve the Keystone XL pipeline. 62 senators, that's Republicans and Democrats alike, support it. Every governor along the route supports it. And yet the president has not worked with Congress or with our allies in Canada to approve that. It's time to get off the dime and get that done now.
And the Keystone was one thing you described. The regulatory policies on behalf of the EPA is another thing where you think it's causing business to slow down instead of speed up, and also repealing the medical device tax. Of those three, do you think any of them happen?
Well, they ought to all happen. You know, the regulations coming out of the EPA specifically on the day of the 50th anniversary of the war on poverty, which is going to hurt quality of life for Americans, put people out of work. And it's one of the reasons that Americans now view the government as their adversary instead of as their ally or advocate. And with the medical device tax, that's going to drive more jobs overseas and hurt our innovation as Americans in terms of health care.
I understand the argument. I understand the argument you're making, but do you think you'll get movement on any three of those things? On any one of the three?
79 senators support repealing the medical device tax. Harry Reid won't bring it up for a vote in the Senate because he's doing the bidding of President Obama, who is so dug in on the health care law that he won't allow this good idea, which has bipartisan support, to advance. But I mean, this is the problem we're dealing with, and it's a shame for our country that we have a president who is viewed now as untrustworthy, incompetent, and Americans don't believe that he will make the right decisions for the country. But this editorial I wrote outlines things we can do together in a bipartisan way to get people back to work.
The other thing you write, you say many Americans have not seen their careers, their finances, or their quality of life improve even though the economic recession ended 4 years ago. Now, you look at the poll we put out last Thursday. We asked this: for your family, does it feel like the recession is over? A whopping 74% believe the country, or at least they and their family condition, is still in a recession. Wow.
Yeah, and we are a strong and resilient nation. We will get through this. I think the president needs to admit that finally this is his economy. He continues to blame a previous administration. That doesn't help our country. We all want to grow the economy. The president seems to want to divide the pieces of the pie. I want to grow the whole pie, get more people back to work, more taxpayers out there contributing, working. You know, and I know, Bill, that a job is so important for an individual in terms of the way they view themselves, their dignity, their self-worth, and the president wanting to send out more unemployment checks or raise the minimum wage. Okay. I mean, people in Wyoming aren't looking for checks. They're looking for jobs, careers, opportunities.
Thank you,
Equal
Senator.
Opportunity, not equal outcome.
Thank you. Appreciate your time today. Sen Barrasso is a Republican from Wyoming. Thanks.
Thanks, Bill.